I watch people a lot and I notice things that disturb me consistently. But last time I checked, we are human beings. What the fuck? Anyways, starting with technology versus humanity. I go out to eat daily and I always see people sitting together on their phones. Now, I'm not trying to say they're destined to fail as a relationship, but if you pick your phone over your partner, it's just not a good sign, especially since emotional cheating is way more common than you'd think. And we all know, the phone's the gateway.
When you guys have been asking me if I'm the...
Want a break from the ads?
Truthfully, I believe the phone to be the greatest propaganda machine ever invented. The algorithms can slowly push you into any opinion it wants, which is very similar to how evil forms, slowly desensitizing you until you become evil. I saw a dead person on the street the other day, and I know, it sounds random, but I was leaving Thailand, and truthfully, it wasn't even shocking, because I've seen people get blown to bits and tortured in movies, which is messed up, I know, but if you watch horror movies, it gets worse. So the thing I'm trying to say here is that your subconscious mind can't tell the difference between reality and imagination, and that most definitely applies to the media you consume as well.
Do you remember this sound?
And I said, Lord, I sure would like to get close to that eagle, because sometimes I feel like you don't always hear me, but if you hear me today, let me get close.
Fuck said verbs are unreal. Then what the fuck are these, huh? You telling me these aren't real?
Which leads us to mass psychosis and losing empathy in the modern society. I've been out of America for about 4 months now, and I gotta say the media over there is insane.
Is that a joke?
No, it's not a joke, and honestly it's getting questionable in other parts of the world as well. But since I can't cover some very real and concerning examples, let's talk about the forming of groups. A lot of guys have given up on women. One part is because the internet has painted a picture that 99% of guys are not wanted. And if you don't talk to women, it's even more convincing. This is how algorithms work. Humans have a negative bias, so when some negative content is shown, especially around a core human desire, people watch it more and then it feeds the algorithm to give you even more. And then it ends up becoming an echo chamber. And you know what? Repetition is a very good way to form beliefs.
Dating app data shows girls only like a small percentage of guys. It's over, man.
You clearly don't understand women.
What do you mean by that?
Wanna know what's more important than anything else?
Height.
Bro, come on. Familiarity and confidence, which obviously confidence is going to equal attractiveness when that's all they have to go off on the apps. These issues hit everyone in different ways, and now we have people having insane self-destructive beliefs and actions that inevitably could lead to the destabilization of society. Let's also not forget the bystander effect, where people won't help others.
Help! Help!
How long before he gets help?
Please, somebody. Help! Help me, son. Please help me.
Helping would be inconvenient or even risky. He lies there for more than 20 minutes and no one raises an eyebrow.
Please, somebody help me.
You know, people just don't have time to help anyone, right? That's where we're at, the dehumanization of work and profits. If it will make more money, then do it, even if it harms the consumer. That's where we're at. Using real sugar? No, not a chance. We only mess with that good old high fructose corn syrup, I'll tell you what, which is completely awful for your health and consumed daily by most Americans. Which, let's talk about taking advantage of broken people for a profit. And trust me, I've seen a lot of that while traveling. There's a certain company that's growing extremely quickly, and the occupation it provides is being an online prostitute. Wait, sorry, I meant actress. Actress, because there's a camera, so technically it's not money for sex. Wait a minute, I think it might be. So why should we hire you?
I have massive and a fat.
Also, let's talk about working a job. I'd like to believe there was a time when that job you did was actually appreciated, but now it's all automated. You work this long, you get a big enough raise to keep you around, but not a dime more. Oftentimes these jobs don't even pay a livable wage anymore, but to my American audience, it could get worse. Hey, don't worry, Jimmy. Building the toys is just as fun as playing with them, trust me. You're gonna be here 16 hours a day, so you better like it. While I've been traveling, the poverty I've seen has disturbed me. I've seen people selling their daughters for nefarious purposes, people offering shows for money that are so gross and disturbing I can't say it here. And here's the part that truly makes me sad. There's a market for these things, and the clientele is disgusting in every way. I've even had people show me pornography in public as an advertisement. Hello, Mr. Ladies. Come see our show. Very, very good show.
Get the fuck away from me.
Which leads us to emotional suppression and the ego. Well, I'm sure that people in these dark places are suppressing their suffering with drugs. They aren't alone in this action. When I reflect back to my time in America, I could probably count on my hands the amount of people who don't regularly take drugs, and this isn't even including certain overprescribed medications.
I can quit anytime I want.
So why don't you?
Well, it helps me relax.
So you can't relax normally?
I can't. Can it just helps?
Doesn't that sound like a dependence?
No.
Okay, man. But when people stop suppressing these things with drugs, they wake up to realize they can't live with themselves. When you neglect your mental and physical, it only gets harder to recover, making things seem hopeless. But why can one person be mentally healthy and another not? Mental illness and the ego's illusion of it being real. Mental illness is nothing but a set of deep-rooted beliefs of which the ego is built to protect it from the pain of this world and function in it. Let me use a personal example. I struggle with what they would call complex post-traumatic stress syndrome. But when you get to a strong point of self-awareness, you can see the behavior's root. And I'm going to explain to you guys my deep-rooted beliefs that caused me to have this. The beliefs I hold is, I'm a burden. I'm unwanted. I'm undesirable. I'm ashamed to exist. I'm broken. I'm in constant danger. People always leave. Which in turn, these beliefs will lead to the behavior of someone with complex post-traumatic stress syndrome. And then you have the effects of emotional numbness and deregulation, avoiding people, places, and activities, chronic fatigue, emptiness, feeling excessive responsibility for things that aren't your fault. But without the deep-rooted beliefs, the mental illness doesn't exist anymore. It's a simple belief and action of belief, leading to the side effects of said belief. And this is what I consider a very complex mental illness. Something like depression or anxiety is much simpler, but I've already cured those in myself, so this is what I have left to fix.
Man, I thought you said you don't believe in mental illness.
No, I still don't. I believe in a set of beliefs that are just not helping me, and then they put a label on it.
So you're mentally ill?
No, I'm gonna fix these beliefs. It's just not the easiest thing to do. One step at a time. I mean, an example is, I haven't asked a girl for a number in probably 7 years. And I did the other day, and I'm gonna be honest, I was kind of awkward. But I got the number. And you know, that helped me remove the belief of being undesirable and feeling like a burden.
Haha, you're coping hard.
You know, you can fix these things.
Hey, okay as if.
And you know, another way people run away from their issues is with consumerism, and it creates a loss of meaning. But most don't look within, instead they look without. A great quote for this is, "He who looks without dreams, and he who looks within awakens." And unfortunately, we are in a society of people who dream of better things and better days, since the current moment is just not enough to satisfy the false self, the ego. You know, today me and a friend ordered a bunch of food, and it was awful. I mean, like inedible bad. And while the ego would think, how dare they steal my money? In reality, it went like this. Oh bro, this is bad. If I was stuck in a desert with nothing but this food, I'd choose the sand.
You know it's bad when our diet consists primarily of peanut butter.
Since I move locations every month, the burden of material possessions have only become more apparent, since I unironically have to carry it on my back. But let's be real, people buy stuff to feel happy. The most important thing in marketing is to understand that people simply want to go away from pain and towards pleasure. Are you sick of your fat gut?
Yeah,
Buy our ab roller 50,000. Look at this dude, he used it.
Yo, I gotta buy this thing.
And you can't buy stuff every second of the day, so we need some division to keep us entertained, since we need an enemy or else we'll find that enemy inside ourselves. And it's no good if we overcome ourselves, right? A good example is politics. Well, yes, it's important, but you know what's more important? Building your life. I'm pretty disconnected. I learned about the California fires from a lady in Malaysia this way. Where are you from?
America.
Oh, fire, fire, fire.
Wait, what?
California, it's on fire.
Haha, wait, what?
Now here we are with brain rot and the praise of idiots. I shouldn't need to explain that having a stripper who drugged and robbed men, self-admittedly, I should mention, speaking politics is insanity.
And so she joined the race and said the things that I wanted to hear.
But let me take a look at the top music chart. Okay, we have Dumb, Dumb, and Dumber. Okay, I'm glad those three artists came together to become self-aware. Let's take a look at their genius lyrics. So the first one we have is, slut her out and give her one band. I'm actually inspired. Let's give them one more chance. 3 bad bitches getting hit. Wow, I never thought about that one. Hold up, I'll be right back, guys. Wow, that one really fulfilled me. Also, let's not forget that we make people like this famous.
Oh, you gotta give him that hawk too and spit on that thing, you get me?
Or someone like this.
Catch me outside, how about that?
I could keep going, but at the end of the day, I know there's always been humans that are insane and stupid. I mean, it doesn't take a historian to see that one. But we are seeing the influences of the internet's impact in real time. With IQ levels, testosterone levels, life expectancy, and birth rates dropping, I think we should probably consider being a little less entertained and more focused on how we're going to stop this before we find ourselves in a crisis.